close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest. Finding life along.
Here, Bella. She's happy. Yes, the wind is less now. So she's like, yes. She's having a good day. She was playing. Yeah, she pointed at the moon. The moon's out. Isn't that interesting? It's out. I jog a lot, and I do have something. It's kind of like a plantar's fasciitis or whatever they call it. I think I got it from one of three things, which would be there was one time I got locked out of my vehicle and I had to run back to my house 5 miles. So I was in flip-flops, very bad to be running in, and that could have been one of the reasons. But so another of the reasons why it might be like why it happened was there was a time when I was in college and I had 2 classes. It was like weightlifting and then yoga, and the weather was really cold. They left out a part in a yoga move about how to, a certain part, and I think it was like a cobra or spinal twist or something. And I fully trusted that instructor. And then what happened was I got a back injury from that, and that was back when I was like 21. So now I'm 34, so it's quite some time ago. But nonetheless, it took me about 8 years to recover fully, pretty much, from that. And now I'm pretty much fine. But I've learned some things about, hold things close to you when you're lifting them, and but yeah, so anyways, I think it was like the first week I was walking hunched over when I hurt my back. And it says to not stay in bed all of the time. So so I did it, but it was really, really bad because you have a lot of inflammation in your body when you have an injury, and that's like any injury. And so it increases health problems and injury, like muscle injury problems. Mostly it's muscle injury problems because I was so young. So yeah, I remember I was out walking and it was cold back then, and it was really, really cold. It was really cold. I was walking, I think it was like around 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and yeah, I was out walking, and probably my muscles weren't fully warmed up, but I was just walking. I was like, okay, that shouldn't be a big problem. Well, it turned into an issue. I think it could have been that, it could have been running in flip-flops some other time, or it could have been just bad shoes. Not all of those times, but like when the shoes get worn out, you have to change them up. So that could have been another of those reasons. So essentially what happened is I realized like my feet would really, they would kind of, I don't know if it would feel like like little needles, or just the circulation wasn't as good. And so basically I just couldn't I couldn't be on my feet that long. It really would bother me. My feet would be hurting. I couldn't take any jobs that I was standing. Not that I had a job where I was standing, because I didn't. But there were times when I would have almost, but I didn't, as like an extra job. So anyways, I had to figure out how to make it better or decrease the inflammation. So I started eating different, like more anti-inflammatory foods. And there's a alkaline diet. It's really just alkaline foods. You can Google it. And it's supposed to reduce the amount of inflammation. Having less inflammation in the body is very important to reduce potential health problems, reduce pain, swelling, all sorts of things. So it really could help for like a lot of things. But anyway, so I started eating more of the vegetables and fruits that would be more helpful, because the theory is something about it makes it acidic. So meats and coffee tend to make it acidic. I didn't stop drinking coffee, I didn't stop eating meat, but I did start eating more. I think celery might be one of those things. I don't know. Maybe I should like look it up and put some on the screen. But yeah, so I started to try to consume more of the things that would make it less likely for me to have foot pain. But that didn't fully make the pain go away. So then I read up, it said something about bromium, curcumin, and like right now, of the things I would take is probably curcumin, and that would reduce the pain. It does. It will reduce pain for other things too, nerve issues, stuff like that. So that's really good. And like somebody who had sciatica was feeling better after having the curcumin, and like other things can feel like you can feel better if you have that.